Thumbcoast TV and WGRT bring you St. Clair County at the Mackinac Policy Conference. Sponsored by the Community Foundation of St. Clair County, Michigan Mutual, and Eastern Michigan Bank.
Welcome back to live coverage of the Mackinac Policy Conference. I am your host, Josh Chapman, and I am joined by the one, the only, Dr. Pete Lacey.
Thank you, Josh.
Absolutely. Good seeing you, sir. So,
yes, you too.
Pete, what is your title at the college?
Chief Partnership Officer and Senior Vice President.
And I can think of no one better to be a partnership officer.
Thank you.
So what are you're here on the island? This is what year is this for you?
My third time here.
Third time here.
Yes.
Okay. And what are you looking to accomplish in terms of advocacy or connections made for the college?
You know, just really those connections. I've met so many people again, and people who I've met before, and they speak so highly of our community now.
Yeah.
I was just sharing with others, like, it's so cool to hear the positive things that people, when they say Port Huron or St. Clair County, they're like, oh, I remember you guys.
Yeah.
I'm really just looking. I mean, with legislators, obviously, we meet with them in Lansing. This has been a great chance to talk to them as well. We just did a presentation with the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, and Randy Myers is on a panel, which is awesome, and talk to the Wilson folks who support some work at the college as well.
Yeah. And I love that. It's I've been coming for a couple of years as well, and to see folks that can potentially help bring resources, jobs, financial support to our county is huge. So kind of going back downstate to home, what's on the horizon for the college? You're done with the 24 school year now. Is that
commencement was May 9th. So
okay.
We're in the midst of summer semester right now.
So that's in the rear view. So what are some of the things coming up over the next year or so that are kind of those priority areas for the college?
Yeah, really, I'll say CTE alignment is something. You hear it at this conference a lot too about the skilled trades. Work really well with the RISA team and the St. Clair Tech team. Even up in Sanilac County, we've had conversations about how do we align all of those CTE programs so that students have a clear pathway to something beyond high school. It may be a certificate, it may be an associate degree, it could be a transfer program. So I think that's a big part of it. And dental hygiene's coming.
And I apologize for interrupting. For those that don't know what CTE is,
career tech education.
Okay, so
you're talking your mechatronics, welding. Think we're working initial discussions with Michigan State on agriculture. It's a huge industry in our state, and what can we do to partner with them? And so just some exciting things like that coming up for us. I mentioned dental hygiene is on the horizon, so we're in the process of getting that program accredited.
You can be a certified dental hygienist.
That is going to happen. Yes. Okay. So we're in the process right now, and housing, we're already at capacity again. I mean, applications are up. Enrollments.
And how many students can you serve in housing?
Between the two buildings, you're around 130 students this year.
So and you did bring the second building online?
Yes, second building was online for this year. It's been a big success.
All right.
People really enjoy being downtown and living and going to college there. So we're excited.
I love it. Anything else on the horizon?
I would just say making sure that we're meeting the needs of the community, working with all the different industries. We just got something called a My Leap grant, and so that's going to be a big thing to try to stitch that together so students have a path from high school to college to career, and adult students as well, utilizing the Reconnect funding from the state of Michigan, the Michigan Community College guarantees. So we're happy to be the leaders in the community to provide the things that our community needs. So.
And you said something, and I know it was kind of just timing when this program rolled out from. And you didn't get a lot of runway to communicate with the community. But can you take folks through what that community college promise looks like for residents of St. Clair County? Yeah.
So through the Michigan Community College guarantee, any high school graduate from this year would end up getting free in-district tuition.
Okay.
They have to enroll full-time, they have to do the FAFSA, but essentially the state's picking up their tuition and fees to go to SC4, and then they can go in any program that they would like. So getting those first couple years done and then moving on to whatever that may be, that's a great opportunity. So
for all the kids watching that are, they're rolling out of their senior year right now, all they have to do, they fill out their FAFSA and then go to apply.
Just apply to SC4, fill out your FAFSA, and we'll take care of the rest with them. Yeah.
And most schools don't even have to apply anymore, correct?
Correct.
They're
absolutely
just already
we
got
have
their stuff.
first school in the state to do a direct admit program, and we've expanded that to more schools. So every high school in the county is covered, and they're already set to go to SC4. Just contact our enrollment office, and we'd be happy to help them. Well, 810-989-5500.
You knew the next you knew the next question that was coming. Well, Pete, I want to say thank you and the whole leadership team at SC4. It's huge removing those barriers. Providing things like housing. Making it easier for kids to just walk in and get education, and then more so diversifying what they can do. So it's not just you have to go to school and take your algebra class, or I'm sure algebra is still probably a core class.
Course.
But you can really go to school and learn something that you're passionate about and go into the career. So
absolutely.
I appreciate the work that you
Thank
do,
you.
And we'll talk to you soon.
And you as well. Thanks, Josh.
And thank you for joining us at the Mackinac Policy Conference.
To hear more from this conversation, visit thumbcoast.tv.